This is not a place you're supposed to visit. War, collapse, silence. That's what defines Yemen, or at least that's what you've been told. But that's not what you see. Cities still rise from earth and dust. Windows still catch the light at dusk. Voices still move through streets, low, steady, alive. Nothing here asks to be understood. Nothing tries to be seen. In the end, everything endures. Not beyond conflict, but within it. This is Yemen. Socotra is not an island. It is an isolated fragment of primordial earth, severed from continents and preserved in raw, untamed silence. It is a monolithic archive of evolution, where life diverged into forms that exist nowhere else. It is a fragile equilibrium, where survival is etched into every root, every stone, every breath. Beneath Socotra, the ocean reveals a system both ancient and untamed. A marine world shaped by isolation, suspended between the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean. Seasonal currents rise, forcing cold, nutrient-rich water upward, igniting dense biological life. Coral reefs expand into intricate living structures, saturated with color and movement. Schools of fish shift in synchronized bursts, silver and iridescent against fractured light. Predators move within them, reef sharks and rays, silent, precise, embedded in balance. Dolphins break the surface in fluid arcs, bodies cutting clean through open water. Their motion is rhythmic, instinctive, tied to migrations older than memory. Below, seagrass spreads across soft seabeds, where sea turtles descend and feed. Marine algae drift in suspended layers, feeding unseen chains that sustain the visible. Isolation preserves this fragile equilibrium. Here, life endures, interconnected, restrained, and quietly resilient against time and change. Detwa is not a lagoon. It is a tidal fracture, raw, exposed, and continuously rewritten by the ocean's breath. A crescent of white sand anchors a field of turquoise stillness. Waters remain shallow, mineral-rich, and unnaturally clear. Beneath the surface, limestone beds define its fragile geometry. When the tide recedes, the lagoon transforms into a living map. Narrow channels divide into shifting paths of sand and water. Juvenile dolphins glide through confined pools, precise and silent. Stingrays dissolve into the seabed, their forms nearly erased. Ghost crabs scatter in all directions, inscribing motion across wet terrain. Every movement is dictated by rhythm, advance, retreat, exposure. Further west, Shoab Beach exists at the edge of access. Reaching it requires passage across open sea, isolating it from land. The shoreline stretches wide, untouched, and intensely white. Water clarity reveals depth without distortion. Limestone cliffs rise in abrupt, monolithic walls, enclosing the horizon. Erosion fractures their surfaces into sharp, uneven plains. Light intensifies every edge, every contrast between stone and sea. Nothing here is permanent, only cycles, precise, indifferent, and absolute. Life on Socotra is not defined by abundance. It is shaped by endurance, quiet, deliberate, and unbroken. Along narrow coastal stretches, fishing villages emerge from stone and salt. Structures remain minimal: wood, fabric, and weathered surfaces resisting constant wind. Boats rest on pale sand, their forms simple, functional, unchanged for generations. At first light, movement begins without urgency. Fishermen push into open water, reading currents through instinct rather than instrument. The sea is not conquered, it is negotiated, tide by tide. Nets return heavy or empty, both outcomes accepted without resistance. Fish are sorted by hand, laid across woven mats under sharp, unfiltered sun. Salt air thickens the process, preserving what cannot be consumed immediately. Nothing is wasted. Everything is measured. Further inland, herders guide goats across fractured limestone terrain. Water is scarce, carried, stored, and guarded with precision. Daily rhythms follow the land's limitation, not its promise. Language, gesture, and routine pass quietly between generations. No record, no archive, only repetition and memory. Here, survival is not dramatic. It is continuous. A practice refined over time until it becomes identity itself. Beyond these rhythms, the land folds inward, concealing what lies beneath. Callison Canyon remains hidden, carved deep within ivory limestone. Narrow walls rise abruptly, enclosing a confined, silent passage. Surfaces shift between smooth erosion and sharp fracture, recording ancient water flow. Light descends, in fragments, controlled and uneven. Below, pools gather in stillness, emerald and deep blue, unnaturally clear. Mineral composition defines their color, depth, and clarity. No current disturbs their surface. Water persists here, shielded from exposure. Temperature stabilizes within this enclosed system. Sound fades quickly. Movement slows. This is not landscape. It is a contained world, precise, silent, and preserved. The Dixon Plateau ecosystem exists within extreme limitation. Life here does not spread freely. It is contained, measured, and precisely adapted. Soil remains shallow, nutrients scarce, water irregular. Dragon's blood trees dominate, their canopy structures, reducing evaporation and shielding ground life. Frankincense and desert shrubs persist in fractured limestone gaps. Fauna moves with restraint. Goats traverse steep terrain with practiced balance. Bird species circle above, using thermal currents rising from heated rock. Insects remain small, resilient, adapted to dryness and exposure. Every organism operates within narrow margins. Growth is slow. Loss is permanent. This is not abundance. It is survival refined into equilibrium. Beyond the shifting tides, the land rises, older, slower, more deliberate. This is not a forest. It is an evolutionary anomaly shaped in isolation, precise and enduring. Dragon Blood Tree Forest stands across Socotra's plateau, each tree lifting a dense umbrella crown into dry mineral air. Their form is not aesthetic, it is survival, capturing moisture, reducing evaporation, controlling exposure. Thick bark seals in life, while crimson resin flows beneath, a chemical defense hardened over millennia. Soil here is thin, fractured limestone holding little water. Wind moves freely, carrying heat across an exposed terrain with no excess. A herder passes between the trees, guiding goats through narrow paths worn into stone. He does not disturb the land. He reads it: shade, wind, silence. Nothing grows without reason. Nothing exists without adaptation. And within this still geometry, life persists, measured, ancient, and quietly absolute. White dunes rise along Socotra's southern coast, stark, luminous, and endlessly reshaped by wind. Zahek and Haif emerge where ocean currents collide with monsoon forces, driving immense flows of pale sand inland. Each grain moves in quiet persistence, building sharp ridges and soft depressions that shift without warning. Under relentless coastal winds, the surface never settles, only transforms. The dunes lean into dark limestone cliffs, intensifying the contrast between blinding light and deep shadow. Salt-heavy air drifts across them, carving fleeting patterns that dissolve almost as soon as they appear. Sound is muted here, absorbed by layers of fine sand in constant motion. Nearby, small settlements endure within this unstable terrain, adjusting to limited water and shifting ground. Paths disappear, landmarks fade, and orientation becomes uncertain. Here, the land resists permanence, existing only in transition, restless, exposed, and forever becoming something new. Hajir Mountains rise abruptly from Socotra's interior, jagged and monolithic against an exposed sky. Ancient granite formations fracture under extreme heat, shaping steep ridges and narrow valleys. Clouds gather briefly, releasing scarce moisture that sustains rare endemic plants clinging to stone. Villages settle along lower slopes, where life adapts to isolation and limited resources. Paths wind through rock and shadow, carved by generations. Goatherds move at dawn, guiding animals across precarious ledges with quiet precision. Stories pass between them, of seasons when rain lingered longer, when springs flowed more freely. Children learn the terrain before they learn distance, reading stone like memory. Here, the land stands harsh, elevated, and enduring beyond time. From an island where evolution stands alone, the journey turns inland toward a city where time layers itself. This is not a city. It is a vertical memory of civilization, ancient, compact, enduring. Sana Old City rises from the highland plateau, its towers shaped from rammed earth and stone. Structures ascend, narrow and monolithic, their facades traced with white gypsum lines. Geometry here is not decoration but function, guiding light, strengthening form, defining identity. Windows soften harsh sun through colored glass. Air circulates through tight corridors, cooling interiors with restraint. Architecture does not dominate, it adapts across centuries. Streets compress into shadowed passages, markets unfolding within movement. Voices echo through walls, generations of life. Resources remain scarce, measured, and deliberate. Shibam, where stone once held memory in layered silence, now compressed into vertical necessity. This is not simply a city. It is a dense, monolithic response to survival, rising sharply from the desert floor like an earthen fortress. Dozens of mud brick towers stand tightly bound together, climbing 5 to 11 stories into the harsh, open sky. Behind these walls, life stretches across centuries. Founded over 500 years ago, Shibam grew along ancient trade routes linking the Arabian interior to distant coastal worlds. Merchants arrived, families remained, and generations learned to build upward when the land could offer nothing more. Floodplains encircle the city, sudden and unforgiving. Height became protection. Thick walls absorbed the day's heat, releasing it slowly into the cool desert night. Narrow streets compress into shaded corridors where air circulates, softening an otherwise relentless climate. Children move upward through dim stairwells. Elders rest within quiet, enclosed rooms. Daily life unfolds in vertical layers. Mud brick demands renewal. Wind erodes, rain dissolves, and each repair becomes memory made visible. Shibam does not resist the desert. It endures within it, fragile, deliberate, and continuously rebuilt through human persistence. As vertical forms dissolve into open horizons, the landscape softens, unfolding into a quieter, grounded expression of human presence. This is not a city. It is a foundation of knowledge, ancient, deliberate, and enduring. Zabid stretches across a coastal plain, shaped by heat, humidity, and time. Low structures of mud brick and coral stone sit compact and measured. Whitewashed walls glare beneath harsh sunlight, reflecting heat while protecting fragile interiors. Air moves slowly through narrow, shaded streets. Mosques rise modestly yet continuously, anchoring space with quiet permanence. For centuries, knowledge lived here, spoken, practiced, carried across generations. Water remains scarce, carefully drawn. Life unfolds with restraint, rhythmic, and enduring. As the land quiets, the surface breaks open, revealing something far older beneath memory and stone. This is not a well. It is a vertical void, ancient and unknowable. Bahout Well drops deep into Yemen's desert, a near-perfect shaft cut through pale limestone. Its true depth remains uncertain, swallowed by darkness. Moisture clings to cold walls, forming a fragile microclimate. Air rises uneven, heavy with minerals. Legends gather here, yet this abyss is purely geological, shaped by erosion and time. Where the earth once opened into darkness, the landscape rises again, shaped not by void, but by control over water. Marib is not a ruin. This is an engineering legacy, ancient, deliberate, and transformative. Marib stands at the edge of desert expansion, where survival once depended on precision. The Marib Dam, built from stone and earth, redirected seasonal floods into controlled irrigation. Channels extended outward, sustaining agriculture in an otherwise arid basin. Sediment accumulated, reinforcing structure over time. Maintenance became ritual, essential to continuity. Communities formed around water distribution, shaping patterns of settlement and cooperation. And in this system, something endured. Not abundance, but balance, held carefully against the desert. From desert control to stone elevation. This is not a palace. This is a vertical extension of the mountain, precise, balanced, and improbable. Dar al-Hajjar stands anchored to a solitary rock formation, its structure ascending in layered tiers. Built from stone and mud brick, it merges seamlessly with the cliff beneath it. Windows open outward, framing vast highland horizons and distant valleys below. Light enters selectively, controlled against heat and exposure. Gravity defines every line. Weight is distributed through thick walls and narrow foundations carved into rock. And in this elevation, something emerges. Not dominance, but harmony between architecture and the land itself. From stone rising in isolation, the landscape fractures again, lifting a settlement to the edge of collapse. This is not a village. This is a precipice of survival, fragile, suspended, and exposed. Haid al-Jazil clings to a massive rock outcrop above a dry valley. Mud brick structures gather tightly, their weight balanced against erosion and gravity. Time weakens their foundations as wind and heat slowly strip the surface. The plateau below remains barren, marked by seasonal water flow that rarely sustains life. Access is limited, movement constrained by terrain and height. Homes lean into one another, distributing pressure across narrow space. Abandonment becomes inevitable as structures decay faster than they can be restored. And here, something fades. Not suddenly, but gradually. A settlement suspended between endurance and disappearance. Where cities rise and fall, life continues, threaded through uncertainty, carried by those who remain. This is not a place defined by conflict. This is a continuum of survival, resilient, human, and unbroken. At dawn, men move toward markets, their steps steady despite shifting realities. Fishermen read the sea as their fathers did, casting nets with inherited precision. Children navigate narrow streets, turning stone corridors into spaces of movement and play. Homes endure in mud, brick, and stone, their interiors shaped for shade, for gathering, for continuity. Walls hold heat, but also memory, layers of living carried across generations. Women prepare food, tend to families, sustain the unseen rhythms that hold everything together. Clothing reflects both environment and identity. Fabric flows loosely, protecting against heat, while patterns signal belonging and history. Architecture remains adaptive. Wind towers, thick walls, and enclosed courtyards regulate climate without reliance on excess. And within this reality, something persists. Not stability, but resilience. Life here does not wait for certainty. It moves within it, quietly, deliberately, and without pause. Yemen is not defined by conflict or ruin. It is defined by what endures. Across stone, desert, and wind, life does not vanish. It adapts. It persists. From vertical cities to silent mountain villages, one truth remains. Survival here is built on resilience, not certainty. For generations, people have not conquered the land, but lived within its limits, its rhythm. And in the end, Yemen is not something to explain. It is something to feel in the quiet strength of those who remain. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this journey touched you.